it. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come in here with me. I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow. This feeling's too intense.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. So for Golden State, their last game, a win against the Nets. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops too. And this evening's matchup, I guess we don't expect a lot of scoring. Got two lockdown defenses here. Kenny, what makes these two teams so difficult to score against?
Oh, aggressive mindset and taking care of the defensive boards.
Well, you also got to have great athletes and a willingness to help each other.
That's good. I almost said that. I
know you did. I almost said what you said.
No doubt.
That's going to wrap it up from here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later on.
It's time for some hoops at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder here in downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Thrilled to be back in Oklahoma City. The Thunder ready for that home court advantage. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer to where they were a season ago.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they've suffered some sort of regression. It has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. And it's Pachulia in at the 5. Now you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots, and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, He believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the score by Oklahoma City. Inside, here's Durant. Curry with a wide open look. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
Because Steph moves so well, anytime he can get some separation, he starts to feel once he gets the ball. Saw that.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action.
Persistence from Pachulia. Say that 5 times fast, Kevin.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Shot from the inbound. And there's the nice layup by George. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Man, he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
Green dishes to Curry. They double-team Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Durant in the corner. 5 to shoot. And another 3 for Golden State.
And this is how KD rolls, a sniper from anywhere on the court, especially from deep.
And the shot no good, a bit short. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a miss there on the triple. And George, here we go. Good. George has got 6. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. For the finish, and George with the stuff.
The awareness of Russell Westbrook to locate the open man and deliver a strike, something he's developing.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Stolen by George. Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He's got 10.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Yeah, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different.
Anthony with it, guarded now by Durant. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Julia with the steal.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Durant, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
They double-team Curry. Shot to stop the run, and the Warriors miss again. The Thunder leading by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Their game plan appears to be put that defense front and center in this one.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to put their energy early on. They don't want this to become a run-and-gun type of game.
Well, they've got the kind of defense, I think, GA set up so that that doesn't happen. As aggressive as they are at that end, it's very hard to make it a high-scoring game against this team.
And an exciting start to the year, but a long way to go. If you're a veteran player, how do you pace yourself?
Well, you asked the coach if you could have a night off here and there. We've seen, obviously, the league going to this, Kevin, making sure that physically the players have the most that they can have come postseason and not get overextended during the regular season. And then if you know the game well enough, Kevin, there's certainly ways throughout the course of a ball game to know when it is you can exert yourself and then pull back a little bit. And that doesn't mean that the guy's not playing hard or competing. It just means that there's a little bit of smartness with regards to how he's approaching each and every contest. Some great defenses can be built on these two R's, reacting and recovering. And you can see that the Warriors are one of the top teams in doing just that. Great help defense, great rotation, and communication. Big reason why they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage against last season.
We can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Warriors.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Here's Curry playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. Outside, Green. And the Warriors miss again. And for the Warriors, a lot of talk before last season was centered around how they would protect the rim with changes at the center spot. Turns out they would be just fine.
Well, they already had that guy, Draymond Green, who's a heck of a defensive player, and he won the Defensive Player of the Year award. But it was Kevin Durant and how he was going to fit in. I think the one thing I appreciate most is that for a great player like Durant, who'd won an MVP,
Pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
And finished off by Westbrook.
I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
They double-team Curry. Pass to Green. Lets the three fly, and it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got his third basket of the night right there.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Warriors trail by 14. Knocked loose. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Anthony leading the charge. Count it. 16 points for George.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Golden State with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the three ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
The Thunder leading by 13. Here's Anthony. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, we talk a lot about the bully ball that Carmelo can play with on display that time.
Well, you could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
One shot. This OKC team is one of the best in the league when it comes to getting themselves to the free throw line, and a lot of that comes with the sheer force of Russell Westbrook, who draws a ton of fouls. But there's a few other crafty players who can get to work on the inside and find their way to the free throw line.
And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Grant, he's checked in for Anthony. Patterson down low. West is there. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Thunder lead by 15. The Thunder, a strong team at getting points off free throws, Brent. It helps having Cantor, who's also good at drawing fouls.
Well, we see how much a team can have success just stealing easy points from the free throw line. So most teams that are near the top in terms of finding free throw attempts per game find their way into postseason play. The Thunder have set that trend. Westbrook's aggressiveness, Cantor on the inside, and Adams playing aggressive around the rim.
Warriors trail by 17. Picked by West. They double-team Iguodala. That's tipped and stolen by Patterson. Jumps up, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. In third, the Thunder.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Warriors trail by 19. Livingston kicks to McCaw. The wide open look for Durant. And the three ball is good. Durant's got 14.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Patterson, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's Durant on the wing. Lets it fly. Durant with another miss.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Patterson can't get it to go. Now Iguodala. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. Livingston passes to Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. 16 points for Kevin Durant.
And we know he dominates from the perimeter, but Durant is just as dynamic when he gets inside. Sometimes the confidence grows even more.
Pass to McCaw. Iguodala outside. To the paint. 4 on the shot clock. Westbrook with the nice D there.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Stolen by Grant. Outside, George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on David West. The Thunder have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And the first one at the line is good. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brett?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat. And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
A minute 20 left here in the first quarter. And there's the pass to McCaw. Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Picked by West. Here's Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Iguodala, such a tough cover, very physical, and uses his body well that time to get the foul.
What is nice to see from Iguodala in the tail end of his career, Brent, is that he has actually gotten more efficient from the floor.
Well, Iguodala does a good job of picking and choosing his spots, and I think having the teammates that he has, drawing that kind of attention, guys like Curry, Durant, and certainly Klay Thompson from the perimeter, opens up opportunities that Iguodala just can read so very well. Doesn't need to be risky with anything he does offensively.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
That one is no good.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
And the shot goes down.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Grant, that's good. Grant's got his second basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Durant for 3. No good. Shot missing. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Livingston kicks to Durant. Iguodala setting the pick for Durant. Pick by West. Three-pointer. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
It comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, that first NBA championship.
Right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism, and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Young. West is out there with Iguodala. And there's Livingston. And it's McCaw in at the shooting guard position.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Livingston with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Iguodala kicks it to West. Golden State moving it around. Pick by West to the middle. Livingston loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Aprinas. It's rebounded by West.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Young passes to McCaw. Off target with his three. The Thunder leading by 23. Shoots from 12. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a bit of a bittersweet question for you, Brent. We know you spent so many years with the Sonics who eventually were uprooted and became this Thunder team. How badly would you like to see Seattle get a basketball team again?
I think it's the NBA's mission to get back to Seattle. And under Adam Silver, he's asked questions about the return to the Emerald City. And I think it's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
And that one misses. And the Warriors dominant last season again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding, one of the better teams in our league.
Pick by West. Floats one. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on Raymond Felton.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Livingston. Hey, Brady, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Well, those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all 5 guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
Yeah, but if it can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team.
And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, and coming into the league, Adams would sometimes be a little bit soft around the rim. No more.
There's the dish to Livingston. Feeds it to West. Pass to Curry. He kicks it to Livingston. Down low. West can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Adams with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Anthony's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Andre Robertson in for Alex Abrinas. Then for the Warriors, Green comes in for David West. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. They set the pick. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Unselfish play there from Clay. Fantastic at moving the ball that time to the open man.
16 feet away. That's short off the rim.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Adams. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. To the inside. And Green with the basket on the assist by Curry.
Green putting the work in now, creating solid opportunities for himself down in the post using the quickness.
Here's Anthony. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Young. And Roberson pulls it down. Roberson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Patterson with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Thompson from long range drills the 3-pointer. Thompson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Here's Curry. 12 points for him. Green dishes to Thompson. And so here is Golden State. Curry kicks to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 14 points.
pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Again, the miss by Green. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
Thompson outside. Young in the corner. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Baseline try. They get it again. Tries again. And the nice bucket inside from Patterson. 16 points for him.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for Oklahoma City.
This is the shot chart of a dominant performance. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots because right now he believes that every shot he does take is going in. And who can blame him with the way he's played? Simply outstanding work coming from him.
Russell Westbrook in for the Thunder. Now here's Thompson. Defense is right there. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Warriors miss again.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
And Adams with the slam.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Cranes the three-pointer. Green's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Outside Durant, he dishes it to Curry. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Robertson can't hit. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. Stolen by Westbrook. They're running. Goes up. And Westbrook throws it down.
Well, Westbrook right now amped up his volume at 11. Physical enough to shake off the contact and send it home.
Westbrook's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Another miss by Curry. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Oh, that's offensive interference. And we're seeing more athletes use cross-training to improve their strength and conditioning. Back in the day, did you play any sports outside of basketball to improve your results?
Kevin, if I asked you if surfing helped my basketball, would you say yes?
Well, in your regard, I would say yes. It did help balance, right?
Yes.
What about that?
Hey, I should have surfed a lot more then, Kevin.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. George is checked in. Anthony's shot is off. Curry outside. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Melo buries these kind of shots all the time. It seems like there's not a difficult shot in Melo's handbook. Always am amazed at the consistency of what Carmelo Anthony and his ability to score the basketball has done. Averaged 20 points per game, even as a rookie. And no matter the situation, he definitely can carry a team with his scoring.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And the free throw, no good. And with Melo, the 20 points a game, his whole career is astounding. Given the length of the time he's played, Brent, it helps when you're the number 1 option, as he is on offense.
Well, Carmelo has been the number 1 option in any offense his whole life. He's going to go down as one of the NBA's greatest scorers of all time and just a consistent threat you can rely upon night in and night out.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
And let's hope for a heated matchup in this first game between them, because a close one tonight ensures we'll have 3 more good games down the road.
And here's Green outside. It doesn't go for him. And the Thunder going the other way now. Baseline J on the way, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by George. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
And no hesitation with Westbrook being challenged on that shot. That's just how much confidence he has in his game.
Green, the screen. Curry. Another miss by Curry.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
14 feet away. And it's Anthony again missing. And for the Warriors, they're shooting about 42% so far. Thompson dishes to Green. Pachulia with the screen on Adams. Back to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Klay Thompson.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
The Warriors shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here.
And for Kevin Durant, one area that he excelled in last season was his rim protection. He used his length and timing to disrupt a lot of shots. And I think that's what he focused on. Joining the Warriors, you knew he was going to score, but he wanted the responsibility and came through defensively for Golden State.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Durant's rim protection was a big help to the Warriors and the defense, certainly. Durant and Green, Brent, combined to be one of the best defensive duos in the NBA.
And I'm not sure if we still think of Kevin Durant in the stopper mode, Kevin. I think we were really shocked, though, last year about how effective he could be as a team defender, using his length and having an impact around the rim and painted area like he did last year.
Livingston kicks to McCaw. They set the screen. There's Green with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. 18 points for Steven Adams.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. Green, the screen. Here's McCaw. Back to Durant. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by George.
And after that great first quarter from 3-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
He's such an athletic forward. Absorbing contact is something that he's learning to do, getting much better at it.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Livingston passes to West. At the elbow, Green. The shot misses. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. So, and the dunk by Grant.
And you got to like what they're doing offensively, executing at a high rate and starting to pile it on.
Yeah, we're sitting here midway through the game now, and we're starting to see them take more and more control. They look very confident in what they're doing.
To the left wing, the 17-footer. Bank shot, no good.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
And so it's Oklahoma City out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively, it was offensively. We turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. When they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defense a ton.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 25 points, 7 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Right up front, we saw the elite two-way game of Paul George. Locking down guys defensively, lesser athletes have almost no chance to score on him. And then he was in total command on the offensive end. Made plays for others and shot lights out for himself.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Now, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Anthony out there with Paul George. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Green, the screen. Here's Pachulia. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Pachulia's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Warriors. Here's George. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Well, you have to put at least one body on Adams, maybe 2. With his size and relentlessness, he'll light you up on the offensive glass.
Curry kicks to Green. Off target from outside.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point. He's just so efficient, getting his points within the flow of the offense. Great recipe for success.
Well, you look at this Warriors team, so many players with height that can hit a 3, bring the ball up court, and create a shot for someone else. Actually, Brent, it sounds a lot like you. That being said, do retired players ever dream of playing on a team like this talented?
Well, I think a lot of guys always think about when they're watching an NBA team play, especially ones that play a style with which you were very familiar with, that they want to put themselves out there on the floor and run the break and shoot threes. And yeah, I'm a little jealous about the way the Warriors go about their business. It would be a ton of fun to be spotted up with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry sitting out there on the wing.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And our 2K leaderboard up on the screen now, giving you a look at the small forward position and the players with the most rebounds per game this year. 5th, Kevin Durant.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Well, these are the 18-wheelers right here. Bigger and tougher. They are fearless when it comes to crashing the boards. And I'll tell you what, it really lightens the load on your bigs when you've got 2 rebounders like these guys at the small forward.
Here's Westbrook. Good D by Thompson. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. George has got 8 rebounds in this game. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Westbrook missing again.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Green. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from Anthony. Here's Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 10 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Westbrook with the steal, and now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way.
So fast and so aggressive. Hard to stop Westbrook when he's tearing down the court like he did there.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Curry dishes to Durant. Out left to the wing. Thompson is double. Picked by Pachulia. Green kicks to Curry. Taken away by Anthony. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists now tonight.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Thompson is double. Green passes to Pachulia. Curry on the wing. Dishes to Green. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
Yeah, I'd feel good with Steph Curry running the show if I was a coach. He passes like that, and it tells you just how unselfish his play can be. Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
He gets that one. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
The shot by George, no good.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. 26 points for Steph Curry.
And practically doubling his assist totals over the back half of his career. Durant's a more than willing facilitator. Whatever his team needs to win, he'll do it. That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 6 assists in the game. Left side Durant. And the 3 off target. Oklahoma City shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And George gets it to go. And over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Steven Adams can have an impact on the game, certainly defensively, certainly with the screen setting. But how about the character of the center of this basketball team? One of the most quotable players in the league, and he'll never hold back from speaking his mind in an interview. Gotta love his disposition.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Adams. And with Adams being so likable and quotable, a lot of it has to do with his incredible wit.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Steven Adams talk show once his career is finished. or maybe not. Maybe before his career is finished. But when you're the younger sibling, you usually come up with a very refined sense of humor.
Right. Like you, Brent. And so Adams nails both of them.
Well, the Kiwi Adams, born in New Zealand, was the Thunder's first-round pick back in 2013, steadily coming into his own now on the offensive end.
Curry's shot is off, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th personal foul, 2nd team foul.
Oklahoma City shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, they're just absolutely getting anything and everything that they want out there. They have not let up.
Here's Abrinas. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Abrinas has got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the inside, Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game. Oklahoma City shooting almost 60% from the field here in the 3rd. They are really feeling it. Felton against Curry. Free throw line jump shot. Again, Oklahoma City.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed. They're on an absolute tear.
From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 29.
Just effortless shot making from Steph Curry. Long range, difficult shots. They look so easy.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Outside, Green. A three-pointer, no good.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide-open shots, and they dodged a bullet there.
Warriors shooting the ball at 42%. On its way from Young for 2. The rebound by Patterson.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Roberson gets the bucket.
That's where Roberson's length comes into play. It helps him get through contact to be available to score.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That one goes. Count it. 20 points for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Curry against Felton. There's a screen. Outside Curry. They double team Curry. From deep, Green. And Roberson pulls it down. Roberson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Patterson, that's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you've got to make some changes.
Got it despite fading back a bit. And that's 13 points for Klay Thompson.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. He needs a bit more support.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside Curry. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 17 points here in the second half.
Well, for the Thunder last season, the first one in the AD era, that stands for after Durant, you can imagine just how devastating his departure was for the fans of the franchise. But I think Sam Presti, as the general manager, prepared themselves for Kevin Durant leaving and for Russell Westbrook to assume the reins of the team.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Green.
Well, they haven't really been strong enough inside. I mean, they haven't been a force or aggressive with getting those good quality looks in the paint. And I think the one-dimensionality of their offense is going to continue to be an issue because the defense isn't having to worry about clogging the lane or defending down low.
The Warriors shooting 43% for the game. There's the pick. Thompson for three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Roberson's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And the rejection by Curry.
Curry, great timing on the block, catching his man off guard with a big-time rejection.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Thompson outside. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Iguodala wide open. And again, it's the Warriors missing. To the middle. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 32 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Back to Curry from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Well executed, great rhythm. Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Abrinas kicks to Patterson. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line. That's on Nick Young.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And the Warriors, as we all know, were a slumping franchise from the late 70s up until this current run. Only 6 playoff appearances from 1978 to 2012.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that, Kevin, because I was going to the games growing up as a kid in the Bay Area. But amazing to see that this franchise has found some success and that they found it in Oakland for the fans who have starved for this kind of play for so long. 40 years between championships, and now the golden era for the Golden State Warriors.
And that one, good. Livingston's got 6 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Sinks the triple.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pick by West from deep, Iguodala. And another three for Golden State.
And the arc Iguodala has on his three-point shots, almost like he's drawing range from time to time.
And the dunk by Grant.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. 8 points for him.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oklahoma City. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We've done a great job moving the ball. Let's keep the ball moving, extra pass, attack, pass, and play, okay?
Billy Donovan enjoying the activity his team is showing, the motion of his offense, just wants to see more of it.
Yeah, they're working together well. The key now is to try to do it consistently throughout the rest of this evening.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. West out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Livingston. And it's Young. And it's McCaw in at the 2.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Grant, right side. Pass to Eustis. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
McCaw, the pass to McGee. To the inside. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
So, Brent, less than 1/10% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big mid-season event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. All the officials are all over that one.
That's his first personal foul. David West taking 2 shots.
Two.
First free throw is good. And David West drops them both. Hey, Brent, what are some of the biggest differences between NBA play and international play?
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
Man, Jeremy Grant is one of those guys that's capable of highlight dunks on a nightly basis. That time, vicious finish.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. West gets the bucket.
One of the better shots in his arsenal. Someone has to rotate.
Here's Eustis. And it's sent back by West. And now here comes Young leading the break. Launches it. Abrinas with a rebound. Abrinas has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And taken away by Johnson. Here's Felton. Doesn't go that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. And Young kicks it to West. To the left wing. Picked by West. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
What a year for JaVale McGee to re-find his form and some confidence as an NBA player. Signed with the Warriors, played his way into their rotation, and after being on the verge of possibly being out of the NBA, he was a huge piece of a championship caliber team.
And the technical free throw is good. And for McGee, a lot of it was just finding the right situation.
Well, to me, for McGee, it wasn't so much about the fit and the style of play. It was about the character around him. And I think that Steve Kerr and collectively the roster just wanted to empower JaVale McGee to go out and be effective on the floor. A tremendous comeback year for that young player.
Young's shot is off.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Here's McCaw. Drops it in from 11 feet. Grant outside. Over Young. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 4 this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
West dishes to McGee. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
Warriors have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Young outside. Johnson over to help. Back to West. The Thunder pull it in. Abrinas has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Johnson can't hit.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Young passes to McCaw. And McGee kicks to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. And taken away by Johnson. Felton attacking. And Brent, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin, I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the offseason, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Back to Livingston. Pass to McCaw. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Brent, something you have to praise Kerr for last season. He did an excellent job of bringing all that talent together and getting them on the same page. Not very easy with star players and big names.
Well, he had to tinker with the rotation a little bit, and then he had to also make sure that guys had confidence in their ability, and Steve was able to do that. The interesting part about all of that, Kevin, is that there were a lot of games that Steve was not there for. And for that kind of leadership, that kind of message to be sustained in the absence of your head coach, that should tell you all you need to know about just how solid the ground is for the Golden State Warriors.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Thunder have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
Jeremy Grant, some change in the couch here, finding some offensive rhythm for the team.
There's the pass to McCaw. The feed to West. Right block shot. It's hauled in by Felton. The Thunder have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Grant. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Thunder with the rebound.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Grant, that's good.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Kicks to Young. This one for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
The Warriors have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. From deep, and another three for Golden State.
And not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
And he makes that one. 8 points for Johnson.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
A bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Stolen by Grant. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Grant. Grant's got 6 assists here tonight.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Livingston dishes to Pachulia. Johnson over to help. Picked by Pachulia. Young with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Johnson. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Here's McCall. Johnson over to help. Down low. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Oklahoma City. Abrinas kicks to Johnson. That shot off. West with some nice D. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Livingston kicks to McCaw. Young in the corner. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Golden State's gone 4 of 7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Livingston, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Here is Felton. There's the dish to Patterson. West with some nice D.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
He's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Grant. 6 to shoot. Here's West. Here's Pachulia. Thunder with the rebound. Felton's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Grant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Nick Young. And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
Well, I played with his uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. It's straight line drives right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
And Grant drops them both.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Here's Patterson. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Patterson's got 4 points this quarter.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Young passes to Pachulia. Back to Young. Patterson bringing the double. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Grant dishes to Patterson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Steven Adams.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so something had to change to get them going again. And he provided that spark, giving them a huge jolt of energy. Golden State's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. McCaw kicks to Livingston. He feeds it to Young. Clock at 6. Passes it to McCaw. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That's on Raymond Felton.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Oklahoma City shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Good on both. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Felton. Pachulia against Johnson. Here's McCaw. Drills the three-pointer.
boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the three ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steven Adams.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
Now, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
And Grant slams it home.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Livingston passes to Pachulia. The 15-footer. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
It's Young on the wing. There's the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Grant. Good defensive work there by Young. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time